Howdy, howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we are playing Times and Galaxy. Oh, here we go. We got Ursula. Ugh, it's you, Blue Otter. Oh, that. Great, nice to meet you too. Please avert your eyes. I have taken ill. So very ill. You don't look sick. Yeah, what's wrong? My normal outward appearance belies the turmoil in my every cell. I have come down with a horrible case of junk scurvy. I've got the scurbs. Yeah, what is that? I have an auger-only illness, I'm afraid. One which our species contracts based on diet. Sounds like maybe clean up your diet? My body is rebelling against me because I have refused to subsist on a steady diet of junk and trash. Okay, well, so you're eating healthy, and because you're not eating junk, your food, your body's reacting to that. And so by auger standards, my system is malnourished. Are you in pain? Have you had it before? Is there any cure? The treatment is relatively simple. Let me guess, eat junk food. Though endlessly humiliating, Foodbot procures light bulbs for me and I'm to feed on them. Thrice a cycle. Thus properly toxifying my too pure bod. Where do they get the light bulbs? This is grossing me out. Sounds like you'd be on the mend in no time. Yeah, where do they get the light bulbs? This is perhaps the worst part of my current fate. The light bulbs are burnt out and provided by the mechanic, an auger who is many ways my natural rival. But alas, I've already said too much. Junk scurvy has a tendency to make me loose-lipped, as well as slime-lunged. It's the fever before the big sneeze. I'm sure you'll be on the mend. Yeah, you have nothing to be. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be on the mend in no time. Yes, I must see through the scurvy though. Speaking of, it's almost time for my horrible light bulb lunch. You know, they taste awful, but they do work. I hope you'll understand. I'd rather be alone for now. Feeding on junk, it can bring up old memories. Let's pull the mouse off to the side. Okay, I believe that's everyone that is here. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone over here? Yes. The intern that hates me. Hey. Do you ever work? You didn't come down here all last cycle. I was out on assignment. Wow, must have been nice. I ran out of battery and got stuck down here. I was shouting and shouting for help, but no one came. But I guess it's just as well you never showed. Not like you would have done anything. I would have helped you. So what happened? Yeah, I would have helped you. Save it. I've had enough of your nice robo act. We're rivals, got it? Yeah. Your rivals can be friends too. No, rivals in your mind only. I'm perfectly fine. It's a completely one-sided thing. What? No, they can't. Yara seems to hesitate, as if considering the impossible. No, they can't. I'm going back to work. Suit yourself. Puff Piece is not there. Puff Piece looks like he licks the wall. Is that? Does light taste good, you wonder? Lead can't be as good as unleaded. Okay, here's Arwen. Must be ready for our next assignment. Ever heard of ghosts, Blue Water? Humans believe they are spirits of the dead. There's not much to write about this cycle, but I do have some farmer claiming that ghosts are real. Do me a favor and check it out. Chances are it's nothing but, well, at least they'll stop hounding me to send someone out. Are there really no other stories? Yeah, sure, you got it. That sounds fun. Don't call me boss. R1 is just fine. All right, boss. Just please stay skeptical. All right, Hefe. We don't spread fantastical rumors around here. We are a reputable paper that sticks to reality, like lizard people and UFOs. I feel like that was a jab. All right, we have over here. Hey, Blue Water. How goes the news cycle for you? Good, I'm excited about my assignment. Boo. Yeah, that could go either way. That could, same as any other cycle. Yeah, I'm excited about my assignment. It's a pretty exciting profession we find ourselves in. I mean, that you've been programmed for. One with no shortage of perks. Check this out. She produces a glowing orb. An industry standard orb ball. Pretty cool, I guess. How'd you score that? Sports aren't really my thing. Yeah, how'd you score that? I covered a story a while back that involved one of the league's players and now disgraced Dank Scubs. Maybe you've heard of his restaurant chain, Dank's Shanks. Well, he was illegally laundering money through Shanks. That's right, washing his bucks in a big tub to confuse the galaxy-wide tracking codes. And I was the one to break that story, my friend. Made some sweet connects in the orb industry along the way. And that is how I got this. She psychs you out pretending to toss the ball. Psych. What are you gonna do with it? I don't like it when you psych me, that's cool. Yeah, what are you gonna do with it? Thought I should give Puff Piece a new toy. Oh, it's gonna get slobbered on, but you do you. Since, as you know, I accidentally broke one of theirs. No, I guess that's fair. A couple cycles ago. Nothing but the best for our Puff. Are you an orb fan? But I want the ball. Yeah, Puff's gonna like that. The scanner's gelatinous cutie. Say, you know, cause of my connections, I also snagged a ticket to an upcoming orb game. Would you want to come with me? As friends, co-workers, of course. I'd love to go as more than friends. That sounds rad. No thanks, not my bad. Yeah, that sounds rad. Yep, just as friends, no biggie. Well, I'll see if I can rustle us up some ticks. Using the old Moonrock charm. Later, pal. Wonder if we're gonna actually be able to get to go to a game. That would be cool. Hey, Blue Water. Bleh. Just having one of those days, you know? Could you do me a favor? Find Puff Piece and let him know I need some pet time. That little goo dog will know exactly what you mean. I could go looking, but I'm waiting for an interview to call me back. What do you say? Yeah, I'll find Puff Piece. I'm really busy. No, I want you to feel bleh for much longer. Yeah, no, I'll find Puff Piece. Oh, you hero. Thanks so much. I've been so busy today. I haven't had time to find my favorite goo dog. I can't wait to scratch those bubbly ears. Well, we know he's not... I know he's not at his bed, so I don't know where he is. I'll have to go look for him a little bit. Hey, Sprockets. Check these out. Quasar shows you their latest photos. They're of a strange mass that seems to be warping space-time around it. You've never seen pictures like this before. What do you think? These are great. Yeah, yeah, these are great. Well, Sprockets, you know what they say. It takes talent to see talent. Glad to see you've got the good stuff too. These shots are from one of Parito's moons. A micro black hole was threatening to eat the whole thing. Before they sealed the area off, I got some pictures. Of course, time-space warping as it was, I had to walk uphill both ways to get close enough. Ain't no rest for the talented. But it was worth it. I've never had shots like these before. Was that dangerous? Yeah, wasn't that dangerous? I suppose. Could have got stuck in an infinite loop of time-space. Not exactly the way I want to go out. But hey, bet I would have gotten some good pictures. You gotta weigh the risks of every assignment as you go. This one felt worth it. Anyway, I took the rest of last cycle off to recover. My knees ain't what they used to be. Even with the upgrades. Actually, I might take the rest of this shift off too. So if anyone asks, I'm resting after sacrificing my health for these award-winning shots, okay? Thanks, Sprockets. Okay, we've got to find Puff Piece, and then we'll head to the shuttle. Man, some of these... Baby Quartz in there, you should take one with you, adopt it, teach it the secrets of the universe. There's the, many wonder why the wallowing weeper cries. Is it just that the cactus gives the appearance of crime? Perhaps it watches a lot of sad movies. The extensional oak has grown to its full size, which is pretty big, especially for a spaceship tree. The swirling Psychopodian bubble is rising and falling over and over again without reaching the surface. Some kind of large, single cellular game. Have anything over here? I don't think I have anything. Strong notes of melancholy drift out from the periwiffle. It's the saddest of all. Smells sopping wet regret. And then we have the skyline cactus is looking a little droopy. Maybe it needs to revitalize its downtown core. Okay, we're gonna go to the cafeteria. We're looking for Puff Piece. Glitter Pit is extra crusty this cycle. Okay, that's good to know. Who we have here? Becca. Oh, hi, Blue Otter. What, surprised to see me down here? That I require nourishment to survive? The first one, you've never not on the bridge. The second, I assumed you were battery powered like me. No surprise here, just saying hi. I mean, you gotta come down at some time anyway. Ha. Most people say some version of what are you doing off the bridge whenever I take a little break. Guess I've got a bit of short fuse about it right now. Sorry for assuming you'd say the same thing. You are not like them. You are the cutest little robo friend a gal could have. Normally, I do take my meals up on the bridge, but whenever Foodbot makes personal pan mounds, I have to come down and really appreciate them. They remind me of home. Foodbot fries them with extra ion for a perfect sear. Just the way Mama used to. So please excuse me, I gotta sit and savor this. They have... Yeah, Ursop is asking for light bulbs. You must be pretty sick. Here you go. Foodbot hands you an armful of broken and burnt out light bulbs of varying sizes and colors. Tell him I'm proud of him and that he's a very good boy. As a trained Foodbot, I have a red sealant. I can make anything from batteries to light bulbs taste like pork chops. I was not aware I was delivering food to him, but I can go back and send those to Ursop. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind picking up extra tasks. Ghosts can wait. I mean, they've waited this long. I am so excited. Keep your voice down. Okay, I will quiet myself. Yeek. What are you shouting about? Match Orange Energy. Shout, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you shouting about? Blue Otter, we are planning a surprise. It's Becca's ship anniversary, so we're getting everyone to sign a card. They have a card featuring a doodle of Becca and numerous signatures. Will you sign it too? Of course, I'll write something nice. Sure, I'll write something new. No thanks, I don't want to sign. Yeah, I'll write something nice. You write, Becca is great in a corner on the card. That is so nice. Becca is great. Thanks, kid. She'll be thrilled. She loves platitudes. Now, hush. Don't spoil it for her. Still no sign of Puff Piece. I can always use the ship teleporter to transport back. Oh, there's Puff Piece. This turbo cleaning had better not damage the carpet. Puff Piece looks adorable as always, maybe even goopier than usual. Pet Puff Piece, can you go see Chulin? Can you go see Chulin? There's no way Puff will understand, right? Boof. No way, they just charted off in the direction of Chulin's desk. What a smart pup. Janderbot will turbo clean. Okay. I needed to... The next messy being to walk through that door. Yeah, I could totally understand that. We're gonna go to... the bunks. Because I think I have... I think I was given these light bulbs. Ah, you brought me some light bulbs. How thoughtful. Well, I mean, they kind of gave them to me. Ursup's size pretends to make the light bulbs soar through the sky. Open wide for the light bulb shuttle coming in to land. Ugh. Okay. Let's see. Then we'll go through here. Actually, I want to see if... It's probably about as many post-it notes as I keep on my desk. There we go. Look at that. Chillin' and Puff are frolicking together. Well, as much as one can frolic in a busy newsroom. Oh, Puff, you big goof. Blue Otter, thanks a million. I'm feeling much better already. Apparently, there's something in Puff's DNA that causes mild euphoria for anyone in close proximity. There's a big fancy scientific term for it, but I just call it what it is. Hanging out with my gloopiest pal. Isn't that right, my little slush puppy? Blorp. What a duo. A slightly sticky duo. That is so cool. I like puppies. I am glad that I don't have a big slobbering dog. He does like to lick everything though. All right, we're going here. We did drop off everything. Okay, so we found Puff Piece. We told Puff Piece to go there. What is over here? Tay, Skay, C. Oh, this is Medbot. Thwal. Ah. That's better. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hey, Scram, Scat. Get out of here. I told you, shuttlebots, this is my office now. I'm not a shuttlebot. Are you having problems with the shuttlebots? I don't get along with the shuttlebots either. Yeah, I'm not a shuttlebot. Aren't you? Medbot squints at you. You try to look reporterly. Oh, you aren't. My mistake. Those little things have been beeping and buzzing at me all cycle. You're literally in their room. Coming over here angry because I dismantled their junk pile. These young bots have no respect. I don't even know what they're trying to say. You don't understand that me? I know what they're saying. Could you try apologizing? For what? Their junk pile was in the way. You literally like crashed their space. And it was serving no purpose. I, on the other hand, am providing vital medical care to the crew. Oh, you want to see about messing with someone's junk? Just go to any teacher and try to organize their desk. That's the fastest way to get on their bad list. You don't have to mean it. I guess you're right. What if they were using the junk for something? Don't be ridiculous. All that junk was doing was accumulating dangerous dust and molds. They're just being stubborn. I'll just have to find some other way to placate them. It can't be that hard. Now get out of here. I'm working, you know. Yeah. Sure you are. Beep beep. Oh, hey, Blue Otter. Just finished some reps. I don't mean to brag, but I set a new personal best. Well, congrats, shouldn't you be working? Do you ever share workout tips with Martina? The mechanic looks slightly uncomfortable, even nervous. Well, sometimes she asks me for some. She wants to know my routine. So I'll tell her even though it's not really possible with only 2 arms. But I'd never try hers. She's too crazy about it. She told me the other cycle that she does eyebrow workouts. I'm not a human, but even I can tell that's deranged. So I stick to my own routine. Interesting. All right, let's go up. Check out engineering with my friend Scannerbots. Another Shuttlebot X. Lots to build. What are you up to this cycle? I'm reporting on a Humanian farmer who thinks he saw a ghost. Another story. Wish I could ditch work and hang out. Yeah. Ooh, sounds kind of fun. Even if it's nothing, I'm sure you'll find a way to spin it. Thanks. That means a lot. You've got this. Get out there and knock their foot insulators off. Pilot bot. I think he was scanner bot for a while. I've been talking with Vivica. She's pretty cool. Got me wondering if spaceships have a union. Okay, there. This guy. Bowler. Hey, intern. Notice anything different about me? New haircut, better attitude. I don't know, please. I could be snarky because I think he's actually kind of a little uppity. It was a mistake talking to you again. That mistake ends now. Oh, I made him mad. I'm sorry. Shouldn't you be getting to an assignment? Like, he usually acts like he's better than everyone else, so... Unless I'm mistaken. Alright. Are you ready to head out on assignment? No, yeah, let's do it. You'll be landing during what the humans call night. Humans like to simplify complex concepts into single words or terms so they don't have to think about them too much. Humans are funny that way. Extra, extra, new species, news pieces. Written by Test Dingenstein. Okay, so we got Quasar joining us. Danger due to it broke. Honored members of the esteemed space press. You look around. You're the only one there. I saw Quasar. Welcome to the barley farm, named after the family, not the crop. Passed on to me by my daddy and his daddy's daddy and his daddy's daddy's daddy before he went insane. Gather round to hear a tale so thrilling, news so breaking, it has to be seen to be believed. I knew something funny was going on this farm. Wind blowing on still days, howling in the dead of night. And no one more affected than my son, Leap Bardley Jr. Giveaway boy. A boy who somehow seems both emotional and emotionless waves dejectedly. And it all started after that drought. That's when I contacted Huntrix here. Now go on, Huntrix, give the good robo the upgrade. A neo-human approaches. They're shaking. Now what do we have here? Standard Zeal infrared technology. You'll want to insert this chip to see them. But I warn you, once you've seen them, they can't be unseen. Yeah, let's just go for it. The neo-human removes a small chip from their hollow bag. They insert it. Downloading 2%. Downloading 99%. Initializing. Okay, I'm used to, like, it would have taken like an hour to download a percentage. Success. The upgrade is complete. Have a look around. But be careful. No one knows what these creatures are capable of. What are we going to see? Are we going to actually see? Okay, I want to look around. We have barley seed, not to be confused with barley seeds. Okay. Got a tea bag. Okay, we've got some new creatures there. I see them. And that's what I was looking for. A rare bending never was seed, the ghostly Humerian shrub, who only sprouts when germinated in the body of another deceased plant. Okay, hold on. Do we have, how am I supposed to shoot something I can't see? That is a you problem, Quasar. Hold on, what is this? Leaves Barley's hat, on it the advertisement for the family farm with a smiling antique photo of Barley's great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy who built the farm from the corn up. I love the color of the corn. All right. Can you believe it? It's a bona fide phenomenon. As you discover these creatures, have you had any direct interaction with them? What have you done so far? Let's start with left to right. A downright spooky tale. It'll shiver your sprockets and make the bolts stand upright on the back of your neck. And what's more, it happened on this very farm. It's happening right now. I tell you, little partner, this is a tale so unbelievable. It has to be heard to be believed. I mean, we've got time, but we really also need to, yeah, just the facts. About 14 cycles ago, at the start of this here terrible drought, I noticed disturbances. My ailing crops swaying in the breeze, when there was no breeze for them to sway in. I'd come out in the mornings and it was like there'd been some kind of meeting overnight. Pathways carved out, strange things sprinkled around. Are you talking about crop circles? Oats, dried flowers, fresh laundry. So what did you do then? Have you been finding these things on your property? Some in the house, I suppose. Every good gardener's family's got oats. What are you rustled? But then I also found a bunch of lemon verbena sprigs, coconut husks, rose petals. Well, I don't grow any of that gorgeous stuff around here. We barleys are practical stock. Okay, so what's your move? I see. And did you notice anything else that would cause suspicious? Beyond the mess, have these creatures done anything to suggest they're dangerous? Nothing at all. They just sit staring, wafting about. Creatures which don't have legs, now that's unnatural. Exempting your good zeal citizens, of course. One of my favorite cryptids is the fresco night crawlers. They're just so interesting. But there's that one yonder. He points behind his back to mask the fact that he very much is pointing. It seems to get rather close to my boy. And how has your son been taking all this? How does it make you feel? Any idea what they want? I'm gonna talk to the thing. How's your son been taking all this? That's hearsay. Although he might have the outside perspective. Yeah, any idea what they want? Well, you're the reporter, ain't you? That's why I called you here. I can't tell you anymore. You better get investigating. Go on, get. An antique ear trumpet, a hearing device inherited by the current Barleys passed down from many leaps ago. It originally belonged to Barley's great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy who built it from the up. Let's take you pop the ear trumpet in one of your many body shelves, nice rack, and off you go. I didn't mean to like steal it. Oh, I see another. We're going. Yeah, there we go. One of Barley's prize seeds. Perhaps a scanner garden could use some multicolored corn. Just don't tell Barley. Okay, so here is him. So we might be able to get some insight on the chip that he put. So what do you think? Pretty wild to behold. And they couldn't have done any of this without me. Tell me about yourself. How did you get your hands on the Zeal tech? I got a guy. Auger transpo driver named Skiplon Devlo. When he hits up Central Station, he'll bring me a couple toys for a fee. Not literally toys, of course. This Joker's not bringing me silly cubes. He gets the good stuff. I'm talking genuine. Expa fully functional Zeal tech. DPA, how did Leap find you? Is Skiplorn here for me to speak with? Skiplorn? Ha, good luck. He hasn't come to Humania in cycles. No, ever since construction on the Graveling turnoff in the Vespun quadrant. His route's taken twice as long. And the line of my tech has all but dried up. That's why you needed to go full upgrade to see what we've seen here. When the Zeal flashlight I brought to the farm lost juice, robo upgrade was the only other option. What was your experience seeing them for the first time? Do you think the creatures are dangerous? What would you have done if the reporter sent wasn't a robo who could upgrade? Let's go with this one. I remember the first one I laid eyes on. I had just arrived on the farm, greeted Barley. Plucked him as a yokel, kind of like my folks, but anyway, he took me to the zone he wanted surveilled. His dried up dugout. Sure enough, the crops were moving in concentrated areas. Thought the skies were completely calm. We waited until sundown, when my light would be more effective. Switched it on, and that's when I saw. They gulped wildly. Them. Who? What did you do after seeing the creature? Yeah, we alerted a number of news outlets. TNG, the Dorp Dealer, Zorb Quarterly. You were the only one who bit. Hope you're not in over your head. Personally, I can't wait to get home to the compound. Soak in my Aquajet bubble suit. and hit the slumber chute. This day has been too intense. Too intense by far. Huntrix out. Alright, before we go and talk, let's go and talk to the boy. You're with the holopaper? You probably want to talk to the adults, don't you? Alright, so we are restarting. I have tried this a few times and he freezes the game, so I'm going to not talk to him. Lee Bartley's Jr.'s drawings depicting all sorts of strange things, from a large puddle with a giant X over it to flowers and a sketch of himself with a bleeding heart around it. Let's see, is that the only one, or can we talk to this one too? We can talk to both of them. Okay. It's almost my height. Incoherent whispers. You retrieve the ear trumpet from your body compartment. Oh, Leap, I will have known you so well. Creepy, but okay. Indecipherable whispering. You retrieve the ear trumpet from your bod's storage compartment. A big day indeed. By tomorrow, I will have been pleased to meet you now. Hello, can I mean you no harm, can I ask some questions? Tell me about yourself. I'm a reporter, can you understand me? Yeah, tell me about yourself. I can tell you about the self that I have been in this moment. But who I will have been in the past is a sea of countless we's. Or perhaps not sea. No, not a terrible sea. A constellation, yes, that will do. A buffet. Could you elaborate on what you're talking about? What do you mean exactly? What's wrong with sea image? Yeah, can you elaborate what you're talking about? There will have certainly been no need to yell. Makes my form go wavy gravy. You will have been wise to show respect when meeting an ancient and mysterious species. Kids these days. I apologize. Please tell me more about the past few days. I was wrong. I appreciate you taking the time. I'm not a kid. I'm an intern. How old is ancient anyways? I was wrong. I appreciate you taking the time. You will have been most welcome. It is exciting to be beheld. After wafting unseen. These many moons. How old are you? How did it feel when the first human saw you? Do you have a quote for Times in Galaxy? How did it feel when the first human saw you? It will have been a shock for sure. To have that one with the colorful lenses look me straight in the face and say, "Yikes!" In that moment, I received my name. Pretty beautiful when you will have thought about it. They tear up, the tears are blood. I just will have hoped that we are left in peace. Uninterrupted roaming, left free to feast upon the various scents that waft our way, and avoiding water at all costs. It's a simple life, really. Well, Times and Galaxy representative, they perform a series of strange motions. Are they saluting you? It will have been a pleasure making your acquaintance. Ta-ta. Alright, let's see. We have here. You would have to be someone new to me. It softly giggles. You understand what I'm saying? Who are you? I'm a reporter. Yeah. Yeah, who are you? I will have been called by the solid beings. My kind, the orphans, we will be receiving our name. First time we are perceived. The human with the outrageous bicycle. They will have been the first to perceive me. And I'll never forget how they will have named me right then and there. It will have been a beautiful name for me, yes? What do you think about Junior? Orphans? Can you give the human any reason? Did you give the human any reason to be scared of you? No, orphans. What? When we will be through speaking, I will have told you that we are an eternal species, alive and mostly undying, as old as history, as present as the sky above, as cool as a cucumber, grown by this humble gardener and his sweet young son. That's missing some spaces. What more have you need to know? What did you say about his son? What do you mean mostly undying? How did you come on this farm? Yeah, what do you mean mostly undying? We will have been destined to live forever if we will have stayed clear of water, water. A drop could scatter our particles, disassemble our tenuous beings, kill us dead. So we will have to migrate when the rains return. How I will have missed Junior. Feel close to him, I see. Why do you speak like that, will have? Do you feel close to him? The one who will have been the junior, so misunderstood by the senior. I will have felt that I understood him, could care for him, had found a solid being friend, and so I will have taken up residence alongside him, fostering him, you see, for the past many cycles. And together we will have walked, step by step, thought in thought, and I guided his hand while he drew. What do you mean fostering? Do you have some kind of interaction with you? So those drawings of Junior's, those were yours. Drawings will have been our favorite thing to do together. Sometimes I will have tried to send him a message, a portrait of himself with a heart around it, for example. They're all over there, but it will have been so difficult to communicate. I will have been unsure whether my messages were clear or confusing. L'amour. Indeed. With this new tech, do you foresee a friendship being more possible? Do you mind if I quote you in... Yeah, we're gonna do this. I will be pleased to know him from without, after knowing him from within. Who will have known what the future brings? I will have no idea, must wait until it's past. Farewell for now, I must find Junior. I did not get a quote from him. Okay, so those are his pictures. A large puddle with a giant X over it. Flowers and a sketch of himself and a bleeding heart around it. Alright, I'm gonna see real quick. I'm gonna save real quick. Make sure that this goes through. You're with the holopaper? You probably want to talk to the adults, don't you? Yeah, no, that's bugged. Okay. Okay, so... Did it? Do I have this one again? You would have to be someone new to me. It's awfully giggles. Yeah, we've already done this. Do you have a new thing? By tomorrow, I will have been pleased to meet you by now. Creature continues inaudibly. If only there was a way you could hear them more clearly. But I did have the trumpet. I already heard them. Okay, so I think this is all. Yeah, so that's all I can do. He's bugged. I can't get him. So we're going to go here. And we're going to write our story. All right, farmer claims ghosts among us. We got 8 out of 9. I'm willing to bet the 9th one is either a quote or something from the kid. Okay, farmer claims ghosts. New species discovered on Humania. Newly discovered species wreaks havoc. New species haunts boy. That's +3, yeah. A humanitarian farmer claims that his farm is haunted by otherworldly beings. A new species known as orphans has been discovered on Humania. Okay, so that's informational. We don't have that one. That's probably the only one that we don't have. Okay, well, we got a few that we don't have. All right, new species known as orphans has been discovered on Humania. Okay, we're gonna do that. That was +3 readership and +2, or +3 reputation, +2 readership. Humania farmer, Leap Barley, claims his farm has been upset by strange invisible beings. Locked. One orphan outright admitted to possessing Leap Barley Jr., even going so far as to guide his hand while he drew. Water is dangerous to the orphans as it can disperse their particles and even kill them. We're gonna do that one. No one had anything interesting to say. And I did not. Sometimes I will have tried to send him a message. A portrait of himself with a heart around it, for example, said orphan and the relationship with Leap Barley Jr. Be careful, no one knows what these creatures are capable of, says Huntrix, not the one who is shaking with fear. This is the only one that I've got. So I can either have no quote. Yeah, basically they've tried to send him a message. Corn and other plants dotted the field. The haunted boy has produced a number of haunted drawings depicting fearful rain clouds and a mysterious symbol. The farm was beset by strange howling and the sound of wind on still days. Owner Leap Barley claimed. That's just called spring and storm season. That's all that is. Leap Barley observed strange, pleasant scented items scattered around the farm. That's true, but that makes no sense with given the rest of the information. Orphans receive their name the first time they are remarked upon by a human. I think that one's the one I'm gonna go with. And one orphan going by Yikes described their own species as ancient and mysterious. I like this one. Gives a nice little side piece too. I almost had all 9. Yeah, the game is just glitching with him. I can't finish it with him. But we did get 2 seeds, so let's go back up to our shuttle. Yeah, we ready? Hold on, let me back here when you have all you need. Let me get back here, double check to make sure. Yeah, you don't have anything else to say. Could have been a better turnout. Barleys never were lucky folk. Okay. Yeah, they usually don't have anything. And we got 2 seats out of this. Yes. So we've already had that new species discovered, known as orphans. Water is dangerous to them and can kill them. They've tried to send messages, and first time they get their name, first time they are remarked upon by a human. Let's submit the story. 8 out of 9. That's the best I've done. Really good with readership, good with reputation, really more informational. Wow, you really dug deep into that story. I tried. That one was a fun one. That one was interesting. Internship cycle 11. We are in the bunks. So that, I think we're gonna call this one early just because that one was a bit of a longer episode or a longer day, and I'll have some edits that I'll need to clear out with the fact that the junior kept glitching and freezing the game out. But that, we're gonna call this episode for today. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.